Good morning. Oh my gosh. Is that annoying? I don't care. It annoys my kids. My kids are 6 and almost 4. Capri's going to be 4 next month. Can you even believe that? Cooper's going to be 7 in August. It's insane. No, I have not done my hair yet, and I don't care because I've been on meetings all morning because I am expanding. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for what's happening inside of my world, and I can't wait to share it with all of you. And something that I realized that, quite frankly, I love about me is that, good morning. Is that, here, let me just do my hair real quick. Do you like this sweater? It's Rent the Runway. I totally recommend Rent the Runway, by the way, because then you can just switch your clothes all the time. I get a new closet like every 10 days. It's amazing. So here's the deal. I'm really excited about what I am building. I'm really excited about the breakthroughs that I've had inside of my spirit, really. It's like this spiritual breakthrough that I'm having. I just feel so free from my own captivity that I've been creating over here. And so good morning, Carolyn. Good evening, actually, over there in South Africa. It's so crazy. It's like I'm becoming an international coach. And I love you guys. And I was wondering this morning, I was getting off a call just now, and I was like, I love you. And they're like, kind of like taken aback. Not that they were taken aback, but I think they were just surprised that I was like, I love you. I was like, I love you, Sarah. I love you, Crystal. And they were like, I love you too. And I was wondering if, like, that's not normal. I mean, I guess it's not normal, but I gotta tell you, I say I love you to everyone. Like, I'm like, I love you. I love you guys. I love you, Carla. I love you, Christina. I love you, Kelly. I love you. And I was wondering, I wonder if the smart women are being chintzy with that. And I mean, I don't want to say chintzy because here's the breakdown. If you're not, if you're not sharing your heart, if you're not telling people that you love them, that you care about them, it really boils down to a trust, something that inside of you that it's broken trust. It's broken trust of wanting to be open and connected and vulnerable and loving. And it comes down to intimacy with oneself. Do you love yourself? Because if you're not loving yourself, if you're not falling in love with yourself every single day, over and over again, loving on yourself, telling yourself, oh, Tara, you look amazing today. Oh, Tara, you didn't do your hair. Who cares? Oh, Tara, you have 2 burn marks on the side of your face. What a great opportunity to tell people not to burn their skin with Reversadrol or whatever it's called, and really looking at everything as an opportunity and seeing yourself as love and being loving towards yourself. I had a meeting yesterday, and I was sharing this at the beginning, and it's gone into another meeting this morning where I'm just like breaking free from stories that I've created inside of my mind that I didn't even know were there. And so my question really that I want to pose to you this morning is, what is making you feel as though you can't love everyone? What is making you feel, or what story are you telling yourself that you can't walk into the gas station and say, love you, bye, and spread love? Like, what is it inside of you that wants to protect? Because I got to tell you, this new world that's evolving, it really requires us to go outside the box, not necessarily in like building out new things. There's a lot of new things in the world. I mean, just take the social platforms, for example. I mean, you've got TikTok, you've got Clubhouse, you've got all these things that are coming up. It's like new technologies everywhere. But what it will require is for us women especially to evolve in a way that hasn't been done before. It's like going from the Apple iPhone with the button to the Apple iPhone with no button. Like that kind of love, that kind of innovation, that kind of like really being intentional about what's going to heal the world right now. And we know, you and I know, because we, we're rooted and anchored in JC, the Spirit, God, the Bible, Scripture, whatever it is. We're anchored there. And so we know fundamentally that when we love, that's all that is required. It's all that is required is for us to love. And so are you being innovative in how you love? So when I said at the beginning of this, I titled this live, are you being cheap with your love? What I'm really asking is, are you being innovative with the way you love? Or are you using just the strategies that your parents taught you? Are you using the strategies of what you've created in your mind is enough love? So it starts with you. Here's some steps, okay? Because you're probably like, what are you on about? And I'm like, I'm not really sure. I'm just working through this myself. I'm over here going, I get to be loving. Because ultimately, I know that when I love, I expand. And the goal here is to expand on every level, right? Emotionally, financially, relationship-wise, wisdom. We want expansion. That's what the smart woman wants. We want to grow. We want to serve. And we can't continue to serve at the capacity that we're called to serve inside of our purpose, inside of our calling, unless we're expanding. And we can't expand unless we're rooted in love. So number one, it starts with you. What conversations are you having with you? What conversations are you having inside of your mind? Let's just take Vision to Business, for example. I know that all of you want to expand. And so I've created an event that literally fast tracks expansion. Vision to Business fast tracks expansion. It just does. In 2 days, we go from vision to business. Here you go. Let's get clear on your vision. Let's build out your business. Clear on your vision, build out your business. Like, who does that? And yet, something inside of you may be thinking, I know not you, Kelly. I know not you, Carolyn, because I know you're coming. But maybe if you're watching this, you're going, the conversation in your head turns to, I'm not good enough for that event. I can't go to that event because I'm not X or I'm not Y or I'm not Z. Fill in your own blanks. And maybe, if you really want to be honest right now, be really honest, drop in the comment section what blanks you're filling in there. Because here's the first step. And this is about Vision to Business, but really what this is about me calling you forward into self-love. And I don't even love the word self-love because it's like such a buzzword. It's like, you've got to love yourself. And like, I'm not talking about bubble baths, hair appointments, nail appointments, and like morning routines, okay? I'm talking about getting into your brain and standing for yourself. Because until you stand for yourself, you can't stand for anyone else. And I got to tell you, I spent a lifetime beating myself up around not being nice enough, not being, as I grew up, I had this conversation inside of my head around that I was a mean little girl or that I wasn't kind. I was a very angry teenager. And my mom was, grasping at straws. Like, what is going on with this girl? And my dad too, where's my sweet little girl gone? And they'd be like, you're so mean, you're so angry. And I really internalized those words because my heart has always been kind. My heart has always had a sense for justice. It's always been loving. And yet, because I was scared, because I didn't trust my surroundings, because I grew up in a very chaotic world. My parents created chaos. I created chaos. We as a family unit created a ton of uncertainty. I felt as though I needed to protect myself. And anytime we're protecting ourselves, we're building walls. And when we're building walls, we're isolating ourselves. And when we're isolating ourselves, we're rooted in fear, and fear breeds scarcity. Scarcity breeds frustration, anger, panic, anxiety. Do you see what I'm talking about here? Do you see how this doesn't work? It doesn't work. And so step number one, rolling back to step number one, is get into your brain and start pulling out what's not working. The conversations that aren't working. I had a conversation with one of my most favorite people, Jamie Ford, and I don't think that she would mind if I'm sharing this. I really hope not. Jamie Ford, can someone tag her in this? Because she had this most beautiful interview. She came on, she's a very successful past client of mine. We took her business and we expanded it 3 times. She's now running this incredibly popular, well-known salon in Louisiana. And I'm sharing this with you because even the most powerful women, even me, we have limiting beliefs, we have self-doubt. But we don't stop there. And I'm going to share this story about Jamie. She was messaging me and she goes, oh my God, like I listened back to our interview and I should have said this and I should have done that. And I didn't finish my sentence on this and I've learned so much. Like I'm going to do better next time. And I'm like, girl, your interview was beautiful. Your interview was so authentic. It was so raw. It was so connected. You were so you. It's one of my favorite interviews. You've got to listen to it. So normal, so real, such a beautiful example of what it takes to be successful. And here she is going, but it wasn't perfect, but it wasn't good enough, but I forgot to say, but I didn't share, but I wish I would have. Okay, where in your life are you doing that is my question. That's the point of me sharing that story with you. Where in your life are you not giving yourself grace? Where in your life are you not saying, I got this. I can do this. Don't worry about the how. It's the intention that matters. Now, I know that if you've already signed up to come to Vision to Business, you have the intention to expand. And whether you know this or not, on a conscious level, expansion and the intention to expand means you're loving yourself because you're believing in yourself. You're believing in what God has called you forward into. You're believing in your purpose. You're believing in your God-given talents, your God-given rights that He has bestowed upon you. You are believing in that just by setting the intention to say, all right, I'm in, I'm going, I'm doing that. I'm going to Vision to Business. I don't care if I'm out of place. I don't care if I don't look good. I don't care if someone's going to judge me. I don't care if Tara doesn't like me. I don't care if blah, 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 blah. I'm doing this because I'm taking a stand for myself in order to make impact in this world. And I know the real impact that you want to make, not just being impressive on your Facebook, not just being impressive with your brownie baking, not just being impressive with how clean your house is on Instagram, or maybe you have a really great body, not just being impressive with your outer appearance. You actually want to make an impact. It will require you to take a stand for you, girlfriend. It doesn't matter if I believe you. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if what comes out of your mouth, I validate. If I'm like, oh my gosh, I totally believe you. I believe in what you're saying. I believe that whatever vision you have is right. You're not coming to Vision to Business to get validation from me. You're not coming to Vision to Business to get permission to build your business. Will all of that come? Probably, but it doesn't matter what I think about your business. What matters is what you think about your business. What matters is what you believe in. What matters is your vision. I will never tell anyone that their vision doesn't work. I don't care what the vision is. It doesn't matter if I believe what you're saying. What matters is that you believe what you're saying. And it starts with intention. It starts with love. And it starts with expanding in love. Getting innovative with the ways that you love. Stop being cheap with your love for yourself, your love for the gas attendant, your love for your husband, your love for your kids. And you're like, how can you be cheap with your love for your kids? Do you make eye contact with them? I noticed the other day, I'm like, I haven't stared into my kids' eyes in like, I don't even know when the last time it is that I stared into my kids' eyes and had eye contact with them. This stuff is important. You've got to get innovative with the technology of love. Oh my gosh, this is money, what I'm talking about right now. This is like the coolest thing I've ever heard of. I'm writing this down. Innovative with the technology of your love. Because the love that you are used to receiving currently, the love that you're currently receiving, the love that is out there in the world, it needs innovation. So start loving on people, the most random people. I say I love you to everyone. It's really, I love it, mostly because I love to shock people. And I also know that there's people out there who haven't heard love you in a really long time. So don't be cheap. Don't be cheap with your love for others. Whether it's just like a, hey, love you, bye. You know, the most random people. And this is going to be one of the things we talk a lot about at Vision to Business. We're actually going to have a love fest. And I'm going to make that happen. But I want to land on this point. My point is, when you look in the mirror, this isn't an invitation anymore. When you look in the mirror, you must level up your love for you. You must. And that is why I brought Jamie up. I said to Jamie, enough is enough. Start loving yourself now. Because it doesn't work. Beating yourself up, being chintzy with yourself, being cheap with the love that you give yourself, not going the extra mile to monitor what's going on up here. It's lazy. You are the most important person to you. You are the most important person to God. And He can't expand your space, expand miracles around you until you are willing to receive. And you can't be willing to receive unless you feel worthy of this receiving, of these gifts, of these miracles. He can't give you what you're not willing to receive. Nobody can. I could be standing here with $1 million check. Unless you take it from me and bring it to the bank, it's worth nothing. Are you willing to receive? Do you have your hands open? Are you expectant? Are you coming to vision to business going, I'm building out my vision. I'm building out my vision. I'm putting it into a business. Are you going to come to vision to business with an expectant heart? I mean, I don't know. I'm definitely going to coach you into doing that. Put your hands out. Let it come. Let your miracles be given to you. Vision to Business is a miracle. It is a gift. If you are inside this community, if you have been to Vision to Business before, you know that. You know that Vision to Business is a gift. I take zero credit for Vision to Business. It was a vision that God gave me. I created it. I just listened. But it took me a while to feel worthy of standing on a stage and working a room of women. You know, trusting my intuition, trusting that I was enough to walk you guys across the line from vision to business in 2 days. That's monumental. This is like innovative technology stuff. But what I realized is that there was no point in me hosting Vision to Business unless it came from my heart. And so over the last, I would say 18 months, I've been getting really intentional about changing the way that I love. The technology of the way that I love. Ooh, it's a good message. I had no idea this was going to be the message. I've never said innovative technology of your love in my life. So that is really cool. God just gave us that. And again, here's your invitation. Come to Vision to Business. VisionToBusinessLive.com. It's free this time. Last Vision to Business and this Vision to Business are free. And I'm super stoked that you're coming. For those of you, I see a lot of you on here already coming. I see your names. And I hope you come VIP. I hope you come VIP. I hope you get energy on it. You know, there's an opportunity for you guys to come VIP style, and something different happens with the women who come VIP. It's just different. So I love you. Create something extraordinary today. Create extraordinary love today. And I want to hear about it. If you're just joining, go back and watch. I've never said anything like this in my life. So make sure that you go back and watch, because this is innovation. This is innovation. All right, ladies, I love you. I'm getting on a call with Dr. Tina. I'm super excited about that. I will see you, Tina, in 9 minutos. Okay, love you. Bye.